So here we go. Got some stuff to do this time, I think. For now, just collecting all the housing income. See, there's that. So that's the last of the Boil Lancers. And a tidy profit, he says, so I don't know about that. So now, we need to make Raptor soup at the Raptor Ranch. Excellent news, Morgan. I'm glad now that they're getting back on their feet. They'll be guaranteed to crave comfort food, and I'll be the guy selling. There's nothing nobler than seizing an opportunity. Okay, so we can get the miniature explosives under production. Perfect, I've already mapped out the 4 focal points around Blaze and Moonlight's camp. Once we get them in place, there will be nowhere for her to hide. Will the mirrors also interpret what she's saying? Then that'd be perfect. This is a nice mirror, and I need a haircut. Okay, so now it's time. You can actually see people in the outpost now. By the way, Ramsey, who was right about our non-existent Raptor woman sneaking into our outpost? Sigh, you. So please don't do your I told you so. But everyone loves the I told you so speech. Oh, don't be so grumpy. At least now, the mighty oak falls at the jaws of the humble termite. Not again. That's it, sister, you're going down. All those knives make me nervous. So, let's see, what is there to... So, for now, just gotta make Raptor soup. Get the dry dock ready. So you don't build the ships directly in the water? I'm just saying, with how big some of these boats are, I'm not going to help you carry them. That's the whole purpose of this facility, Morgan. Build them out of the water where it's dry, then lower them in. I'm not sure it works that way, Floyd. To be known as the place that launched 1,000 ships, he says. So, the boat quest is, and we got this one. Gotta build 3 gunboats, and we gotta do the other stuff too. Alright, Ramsey. I guess now is a good time as any. If you allow me to accompany your men, I could be of assistance. You may know how to fight on the land, but I know a thing about sea warfare. Permission granted, but I'll get all the credit if things go well, since it was my decision. So, the real thing is that we gotta build a whole bunch of boats. Although I think we might actually given a few boats to get ourselves started. Boats are kind of expensive. Yep, demand satisfied. Now the raiders occupying the dry dock for some reason. Well, as they tend to do. So got a lot of different stuff to build here. Can't build the gunboats because we're out of lumber for them. We need dry dock level 2 for the battleships, which is a very good investment because the battleships are the only good naval vessels you can access this early in the game. Like the gunboats, they're okay, I guess, but they're also like one shot by any enemy unit. And on top of that, their attacks just kind of suck. I mean, maybe their attacks aren't so bad, but at the same time, I feel like their attacks probably suck a bit. They are the best, the starter unit of all starter units as far as naval battles go. Except because it's naval battles, even though they're like, you know, the starter unit, they're less useful than the basic trooper that you get for at the start of the very start of the game. I mean, maybe they're actually not so bad as I make them out to be. But I do feel like they're pretty much not super great. Maybe it's just the effect of knowing some stuff. I don't know. I don't think I've ever considered the gunboats to be all that great, though. Even back in the old game when I first saw them. It's the fact that they cost lumber as well as steel, I believe, that really makes me not care for them, because costing 2 resources. I mean, sure, it's not quite as bad as costing. I mean, sure, it's not like, I don't know, like 1 resource, 1,000 of 1 resource versus 500 of 2 resources. Except in this case, I think it's 1,000 of 2 resources because it's naval battles, so they just, you know, don't work too super well. What is past me doing here with these this unit setup? If I knew what past me was doing, then I would probably know a lot more about lots of stuff. Because to me it appears that it's a really weird looking setup. I don't know if that's, you know, 100%. I guess the sharpshooter does actually work. Huh. Yeah, look at that. And so, now it's time to do some stuff. Which one of these is past me doing? Going to Crazy Blade's base, okay. Now this is the obligatory first battle with the... I don't know if this is the first battle, but you know, sure feels like the first battle. What is this setup? I mean, it looks like it's heavily geared away from can opener, huh? Okay, that looks like a bit of a... So the goal here is to just take out stabby person, Crazy Blades, as soon as possible, I think. The scouts have a good amount of dodge, as far as I'm aware, so they can both be up front and on the sides, where they can be stabbed from behind or whatever. Which I guess, yeah, basically. Yeah, the dodge there does quite a good job, I'd say. because it allows to take no damage from several attacks. Although the enemy does know how to dodge as well, so. Yeah, the enemy does prove to know how to dodge very well, actually. That's like 3 dodges in a row. Okay, so take out the flame dude. Then I think I don't know why past me did that, but whatever. Alright. Cannot get 4 dodges in a row though, so shotgun misses completely. That's pretty good, I guess. Yeah, this is probably the least or the most dodge reliant fight so far. It's kind of a weird. It's kind of weird how you want to like set up the so the dust walkers can the tanks are on the back row for the dust walkers or something like that. Too easily, especially since she escaped. Sirs, you have to come back to the outpost right now. A distraction. Alright. So back at the outpost, there's going to be more raiders. Build a guard tower. Oh, never mind. It was just like last time. It snuck in right past our defenses. That's it, I've had it. Crazy Blaze wants to play this game, we'll play it. We'll make this place so unfriendly that no one will step foot in here without getting it hacked off. Or step a foot in here without getting it hacked off is what it. Sometimes I know how to read, and sometimes I don't. Right, so look at this. And there it is. So this is an okay battleship, but this one is the basically the single best naval unit. No, so the M10 is the single best naval unit, or the battleship Mammoth class, I should say. And this is the single best naval unit. And because of the way naval is balanced, it's the only naval unit. Like, it's basically required in order to progress in naval and not lose all your boats every fight or something. Yeah. Let's go demonstrate just the level of how naval battles go. Okay, so we got the RNG missile, which does like mega RNG. And we got the machine gun, which doesn't do too much. But for some reason, the enemy has better RNG than us, as far as the RNG missile, on average. So we're gonna retreat. As we're gonna lose that boat, and I don't want to lose that boat because it's yeah. And there's a destroyer, which is very much not an easy fight with gunboats. So use the missiles, and hopefully from the missiles we can see that RNG. The rocket pod misses on like half the time or something like that. But they got the destroyer, which doesn't have any attacks that can miss, or completely like miss the target. So presumably gonna lose a unit. Or hopefully not, but can't really know for certain on this. Because this one boat does so much damage on its own. And the machine gun is the best attack to use on the gunboats in my opinion, because it doesn't have the chance to like completely outright miss. And outright missing is just, not fun in my opinion. So that's why I don't I mean, the gunboat does get like a third attack later on, I think. That actually like brings it up to having decent damage. And actually being a decent unit or whatever. But the whole thing here, see, depth charge at rank 2. And that's probably the best attack that the gunboat can get. But the whole problem with that is ranking it up to rank 2 without like losing hundreds of them. Because they're very squishy. Pelican is the only buildable airplane. I really do wish that other airplanes could be built, but because the airplanes, there's a lot of good airplanes that have existed in the game, right? But at the same time, it's none of them are buildable. They were all like from the boss strike events or something. Lumber. Where do I get lumber from? Need lots of lumber for everything. Basically got a lumber blockage right now. And because I've got a lumber blockage, that's a bit of a issue. Guard post is luckily not super expensive. Well, it does take a day and 6 hours to build. So 30 hours total. That's a bit of time. It's not such a huge amount, but it's definitely a while. 36 hours on the chemical weapons lab. So yeah, gotta build the guard post. Meaning, I'm just gonna put it down now and collect it way later on. Now, coal is a slight issue, so I need to get the coal production upgraded a little bit. Or a little bit more than it currently is, I think. Train some wimp, or train a wimp. And we just gotta wait on all these, basically. Because there's not much to do other than wait for all this stuff to be ready to go. Yeah, gunboats are super expensive for how little stats they are and how easy they die. 1,000 lumber and 900 steel, all to die in like 2 hits. To anything that does decent damage. Which does include other gunboats, honestly. Yeah,